Freedom was what our country was founded on, but ever since the beginning of our nation, the government has played a heavy and crucial role in the lives of citizens. In our country, there are all types of opinions about how much of a role the government should play, and if they are involved, then where and in what parts should they intervene. One of the many ways in which the government is active in citizens' lives is with food. A lot of people are unsure and unhappy about the extent to which the U.S. government is involved with food and all things relating. This brings me to an important question, one that is crucial to figuring out the role the government should play. So here it is. Should the government be involved in regulating what citizens can eat? This one question has led me to many others and is the main basis for which this project is about. According to a poll I took recently on Instagram, the majority of people that voted think the government shouldn't be involved in regulating what citizens can eat. 14% said yes and 86% said no, which amounts to 8 yeses and 51 no's. Although I took a poll, I wanted to get a personal opinion. Hello, ma'am. Can I get your opinion on something?
Sure.
Do you think the government should be involved in regulating what citizens can eat?
No, I really don't. I think that that's something they should not try to get involved in. I think that that should be something that the person needs to decide what they can eat and what they cannot eat. Mm-hmm. If the government gets too involved, then we're going to be just like these other nations that's like, say, communists, where they tell you what you can do at all times. And I think it's a little ridiculous to get down to the foods that you eat. Mm-hmm. But now, there are some things that I do like that the government is giving us some guidelines on now. They're telling us the nutritional value of things. Mm-hmm. Take Cracker Barrel, for instance. You can go on to Cracker Barrel's website and you can see what each menu item has and how many calories, the fat, the nutritional value of every item that's in each item that Cracker Barrel offers. Mm-hmm. Now, I think that's a good idea. And also the labeling of boxes and cans in the grocery store, I think that's good. Because if people are trying to lose weight or trying to eat healthier on their own without the government telling them to do that, then that little thing is there to help them along the way. Mm-hmm. And that's the difference in them telling you, yes, you have to eat this or you can't eat this. Like school kids, for instance.
After exploring the government's involvement in regulating our food, I was led to another question that deals with our country, especially the South. I started thinking about the shocking percentages of obesity in America. I was curious as to how the government was involved and if they were doing anything to stop it. While researching, I found that the South had higher rates of obesity than the rest of the country, and I was curious to find out why. Why 10 out of 11 states with the highest rates of obesity were located in the South, West Virginia being number 1 and Mississippi being number 2. In the South, there are a larger number of fast food restaurants, which are higher in calories and fat than other foods. Kentucky has the most, with over 1,700 fast food restaurants. This is just one reason as to why obesity rates are higher. Another reason is Southerners have little access to healthy food and limited means with which to purchase it. Because people in the South have a smaller income, they can only afford unhealthier foods that are fattier and all around worse for your body. According to the TV miniseries Cooked, starring Michael Pollan, Americans need to return to the kitchen to reclaim lost traditions. I don't think this is necessarily true for the South, because a lot of home-cooked meals fixed by Southerners are traditional Southern dishes. Because these homemade meals are fried or stuffed with butter and sugar, these meals are another contributing factor to high obesity rates in the South. The U.S. government has taken some initiative to try and reduce obesity, but a lot of people aren't too happy about it because they don't want the government to tell them what to eat and what not to eat. For example, New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg pushed a ban on the sale of sugary drinks larger than 16 ounces, which was very controversial. Public health advocates agreed, but citizens who were affected by this law considered it an intrusion into personal choice. Examples closer to home include Arkansas passing a school body mass index screening program that assessed weight and sent it home to parents, Tennessee encouraging schools to buy fresh ingredients from local growers, and Mississippi adopting nutritional standards for school lunches. Obesity and all these government programs to try and control what citizens eat is an overstep on their part to try and regulate our food. The solution to the main question, should the government be involved in regulating what citizens can eat, is not a simple one. The government should not 100% regulate what we can eat, but they should also not be fully shut out either. The government is needed to regulate some things that deal with food, such as we need them and agencies they create, such as the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, to protect citizens by controlling and supervising food safety. They are also needed to make sure nutritional facts are available and to make sure consumers are being treated fairly. Although they are needed for these purposes, the government should not overstep and have a say in personal choices. Each person's choice is their own and does not affect the country. The solution we are looking for is legislation passed to ensure a separation of government and diet.
I can't wait to eat these Skittles.
This is not what we want.